it's me again. I'm just totally getting out of hand now. I mean, 2 videos in the same week? Oh my god. This video post is mostly about things that I'm obsessed with right now. And by obsessed, I don't mean like, oh my god, I love this. I mean like, stuff that's in my life right now. It's not Frenchy, all of it. You know, you meet new people, and like with the internet, you can get into like different kinds of things, you know, all at the same time, even if you're like not in the culture that these things come from. Here goes. Numero uno is Game of Thrones, both the novel and the TV show. It's so good, both of them. I just finished watching Game of Thrones, this series, I think last week. It's a little gory graphic, which is like not really what I look for in a TV show, but overall it's amazingly beautifully crafted. The TV show as an adaptation of the novel is really good. It did a really good job. And the novel is like going gaga over it right now. In the book, it's good. I'm like 200 pages into it, and it's just amazing. Number 2 is Chameleon Circuit. Let me just give you the background for this. Thanks to Tumblr and the people that I follow on Tumblr, and just friends in general, this summer, namely like this August, I got really into Doctor Who. I must confess, I haven't seen any of like the original stuff, but it's the new Doctor Who, you know, starting with the 9th Doctor on. Chameleon Circuit is a band that does Doctor Who songs, kind of like wizard rock, but except it's Time Lord rock. And, you know, just apart from the fact that it's really nerdy, the music's really good. Their new album has been on repeat for a while, ever since I started listening to it. I have my little sister to thank for that. At first I wasn't like originally like into it. I was just like, it's kind of lame, because I mean, I don't really like wizard rock, even though I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. So I was like, wizard, Time Lord rock is just like, but it's good. Like, trust me. You should go listen to them. Even if you don't know Doctor Who, you don't need to. It's just good to like jam out to them. Another thing that I'm like really fond of right now is music that just kind of, it's just really happy. You know, that you can just kind of like dance around to it. Since the days are getting shorter, and it's, you know, it's like getting into winter time. All these like springy, summery songs are just like, it's just so good to like perk up your mood when you like look outside the window and it's like overcast. It's just kind of sad when I look out the window and I don't see blue, and it just makes me sad. So like these songs just make me really happy. 5 songs. Number 1, it's All Right With Me by Chris Allen. Something That I Want by Grace Potter from the Tangled soundtrack. 3, Little Bitty Pretty One by Thurston Harris, from the Matilda soundtrack. Send Me On My Way by The Rusted Root, also from the Matilda soundtrack. And Still Not Ginger from Chameleon Circuit are the 3 that are just amazing. 5 songs. Number 4, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. You know, the original is in French, so I'm reading it in French because I bought it in French and because I'm in France, and why shouldn't I not read it in French? Even though it's like this thick. And I read it on the metro when I'm heading to school. I read a couple pages every day. So this story, if you guys haven't heard of it, is basically the ultimate revenge story. This guy, the main character, he gets locked up in prison for a really long time, and then he comes back and takes revenge on everyone who did him wrong because he's really bitter. And obviously revenge isn't good and it doesn't get you anywhere, and I think that's like the moral of the story. So sorry if I ruined it for you, but it's good, so you should read it. Yep. Number 5 is Taking Pictures. I have my dinky little digital camera that is like glaring, but it's like a Canon PowerShot something. I don't know. I'm not a camera person, photographer professionally, or you're in Paris, so you know, why not try to take the best pictures you can of all the famous monuments, you know, like the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, blah blah blah. You guys know that I lost my wallet, so I didn't have my Metro pass for a couple days. I decided to walk home one day from school, so I took a ton of pictures. It's challenging to try to find some way that, you know, other people haven't really photographed the Eiffel Tower. This little rinky-dink camera, I figured out how to change the settings for it, So I can like take black and white, like etc. etc. Actually, this weekend, I didn't see any of my friends because they were all studying for midterms, and I was supposed to be writing a paper, but I was procrastinating. So I took my lunch out, and I kind of took a walk around Paris 2 days in a row, and I just took pictures. Number 6 is the Atonement soundtrack. So good, especially for studying. And number 7 finally is here. Is podcasts. I realize that's so 2008 or, whatever. But I just got my first iPod almost a year ago. So I didn't really know that podcasts were free. I mean, I kind of knew it like in the back of my head, but I just didn't realize it. And especially when I was here, I was kind of like craving a little piece of home. There'd be some like Mexican cooking or, some NPR because my parents love to listen to it in the car. So I was looking at the free on iTunes section, scrolling down to the bottom, and I saw podcasts free. Wait, don't tell me. Let me just tell you, I love Wait, Don't Tell Me. It's so funny. And just like every week, it never fails to disappoint. It never disappoints. There we go. It never disappoints. I love Wait, Don't Tell Me. And it's just really funny, and it's a good way to keep up with your news. So Wait, Don't Tell Me, This American Life, Radio Lab, which are all NPR shows. So it's kind of like having a little bit of home with me. And I can just put them on my iPod, and on the metro, if I'm not reading Count of Monte Cristo, I'm probably listening to some podcasts. Especially when I like can't think of really like anything new. It's like I'm so bored, like what am I gonna do now? I just like put on a podcast. So those are the ones I'm listening to right now. I'm also listening to Freakonomics, which I think is another NPR produced one, and How to Do Everything, which is really funny. They basically take suggestions and like questions and stuff, and they like do little like podcasts and like how to do stuff. That's basically it. So those are the 7 things I'm obsessed with. Let me just like rehash. Game of Thrones, both novel and TV show. Or just series, I guess. Series and TV show. Chameleon Circuit, the band that does Doctor Who music. Songs that make you happy and make you do a little dance. Count of Monte Cristo, taking pictures. The Atonement soundtrack, and podcasts. Those are... I'm a little pawn still in your game, and you ignore my advances. I turn my head and I look away, but I can't control my eyes are on you, yeah. Apples, no, apples are rubbish. I hate apples, let's try something. I want something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. I need everything I see. Something that I want. Something that I tell myself I need. Something that I want. In other news, I'm going to tour in the Loire Valley this weekend with a school trip, and a bunch of my friends, actually most of my friends, are going to go on it, so I'm really excited for that, because trips like these that basically like feed you and take you to pretty places are just amazing. I'm going to try to not upload a video, but like make a video with all my friends, hopefully in it, so you get to like meet some of them, maybe, if they're willing to be on it. I don't know. And maybe like take some video of like a pretty castle or something, or like I'll definitely make a blog post about it with pictures. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Toodaloo!